you think? The great captain couldn't handle the heat. Could you take over here?
Sure. That's what happened. I believe you, stud. Come on, I'll take you. I'll take her. I'll make sure she gets a good night's rest. But if you did do stuff to her while she was drunk, she's going to kick your ass.
I shall refrain from provoking her wrath. The last thing I need is a hungover samurai trying to turn me into shish kebab. I motioned for Narumi to come over.
You should get some rest too, Takahiro-kun. And make sure you keep an eye on Chi-chan. She's a little restless right now.
No kidding.
Leave her to me. She'll be in good hands. Wink. And with these words, I left Narumi to take care of the passed out captain. I quickly changed into the robes I had borrowed and made my way back to the main hall. As expected, I found Machiko curled up on the floor. Thankfully, it looked like she had made her way to Mako and was cuddled up next to her. The two girls looked adorable, and their cute mumblings only made it all the more enjoyable to watch.
Then one of them vomited, and it was gross.
I considered waking them up so we could return to the mansion, but the sound of my name interrupted my train of thoughts. Walking into the garden beyond the room, onto the wooden
didn't
deck.
show them cuddled up next to each other.
Too much work, apparently. I found the village elder sitting on the grass looking up at the stars.
Yeah, like if it showed him instead.
He's just in blackness.
Yeah.
Where am I? Is this the Shadow Realm?
Yes.
Young man.
It is.
Are the stars as beautiful in your world? All none of them?
Yeah.
I walked over to him and laid down flat against the ground.
Sky is one of the easiest things to make.
Yeah. I walked over to him and laid down flat against the grass, finally allowing myself a rest. I looked up at the sky and smiled.
I just imagine like they use like an actual picture of like a Hubble telescope thing behind them.
Like a stock footage thing.
And it's just like a picture of a galaxy behind him. It's like, are the stars as beautiful?
Yeah.
No, it's like a planet as well, like a very plain view.
Yeah. Oh god, what have I done? You know, I never really got a good look at them. I'm always busy with this or that. I yawned loudly and felt my eyelids getting heavy as I wiggled around in a bit in an effort to get comfortable.
Perhaps you should. If you get back, that is. The previous elder once told me that all worlds shared the same sky. It sounded silly to me, but maybe there's something to it.
I mean, it does look similar, sparkly and black. Maybe
Stars
he was
and all,
right.
you know.
Yeah.
Not similar things like constellations or anything like that, but
Yeah.
you know, sparkly and black.
The elder remained silent for a moment. When he spoke again, I could barely make out what he said. Sleepiness taking over. Before long, I drifted off to sleep beneath the starry sky.
How long do you think he's been out here? Must have been a while. His clothes are soaked with morning dew.
Have you ever woken up in a field?
No.
Don't worry about it. As I drifted back into consciousness, I heard Narumi and Mayo talking nearby. Their voices sounded hushed, as though they were far away.
So
I briefly considered jumping up and scaring them, but my body was not going to let me.
Maybe you should poke him. Ikagi, there's no need for that. Takahiro-san, wake up, you lazy slob.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Look
yeah.
up and see the morning underboob.
Yes, it's great. I groaned as my eyes finally opened. The early rays of the rising sun making me raise a hand to conceal my eyes from the bright light. I was usually quite the morning person, but having fallen asleep under the starry sky, I wasn't exactly in familiar surroundings. Did the Valkyrie come to take me off to Valhalla?
Heh, he's talking gibberish. Do you intend to lie around all morning, or do you plan on being useful?
Are you still drunk?
There are warrior angels who come down from the heavens to pick up the souls of fallen warriors who fought heroic battles. Not that I plan on dying anytime soon.
You are no warrior, and neither is Narumi. Did you become an even bigger idiot overnight? This is exactly why I need to train you both. None of you are warriors yet, but with my help, you will become fine, noble warriors, capable of handling anything.
I liked her more when she was drunk. It will be an honor to learn from you, Sensei.
Yes, ma'am. Maybe Takahiro-kun could teach both of us some of his moves. Yeah. An excellent suggestion, Narumi. I believe he is a competent fighter and learning more than simply how to use a weapon. But to fight without one, too, would be a very convenient skill to have. However, work cannot begin like this. You need to get changed, eat, and wake up. Get to it.
But
Wait, in that order?
But the grass is kind of soft here, and the view is pretty nice.
Yeah, but if we leave, these mountains will disappear. What?
Or boobs. That's a convincing argument, Narumi-chan, but I wonder, which mountain would be the most difficult to climb? Mount Mayo or Mount Narumi?
Enough of this idiotic banter. You, bumbling buffoon of a boy.
Baka! Mayo-sensei, can I ask you something?
Go. What is it?
We've been overwhelmed by the power of your Sun. Could you please bless us with your dure once in a while? You'd like that too, wouldn't you?
Is that word mean
That's
two
why
things?
it's Sunure, because
Yeah, then what does it mean?
that's the rough the first part of the word is the rough exterior, and the dure is the
Oh, okay.
softer side and the nicer side of the word.
You might need to explain that. I don't really know what that means. Sorry, Takahiro-kun.
Never mind, don't worry about it. I'm just saying she should.
Is this Zach right now?
Yes, actually. I'm just saying she should be less of a meanie pants and show us a bit love and affection. What happened to motivating your troops?
Meanie pants, will you stop making such ridiculous comments? I'd have slapped some respect into you. You should have seen the last guys that tried to defect. Killed them on spot. Angry Mio.
Mio. I kind of missed the Mio I saw at the hot springs yesterday.
Dear gosh, man.
That was something completely unrelated. You don't know what you're talking about. Stop saying such embarrassing things. Jeez.
A personality disorder.
What drunk? Ah!
As if one was bad enough, you're saying we've got two Mayos wandering around?
Just wait, Narumi-chan. Soon you will have a whole army of Mayos.
Stop it. Stop it. Shut up, both of you. Right this instant. This is getting ridiculous.
The girl, who was now blushing brightly, turned her back to me and stormed off with a huff, her arms crossed indignantly. Indignantly? Sure. I guess I'd better get up before she decides to return and kick me into gear. Thanks for a wake-up call, Narumi-chan. After apologizing to Mio...
Ah! What is that sound? Is that cicadas?
I can't hear it. After apologizing to Mio, explaining that it was merely a joke, the girl had decided that she wanted to train each of us personally. We both waited for Mio to show up for the first part of the program, which was to take place in the town square. It reminded me of a training camp at the dojo. The good old days. Although I had the feeling that this was about to turn out to be more fun. As we waited, I noticed that preparations were being made for what looked like a festival. I asked Narumi about it, and she told me that it was an annual celebration happening a few days from now. As we chatted, Mio turned up, sword in hand and a faint smirk upon her face.
Perfect. Seems like you're ready. There's something every warrior needs, it's strength and discipline. With this in mind, let us start with running laps around the village. Let's get down to business to defeat the Fox Spirits. Oh no, not laps.
That's all?
Yes, and those who slack off will be punished. Now run.
Without any warning, Mio drew her sword and pointed at it
And
the two of
made
us.
noises with it, but didn't actually draw it.
Yeah, it sounded, I guess so. Cringing, Narumi tugged at my arm, making it clear that our teacher wasn't joking.
Let's get down to it, shall we?
So close.
If only my timing was a little better. Oh no, she's enjoying this far too much. We will defeat those spirits.
Oh boy.
Be a man, you must be swift as a... Quit your yapping and get to running, unless you're eager to feel the edge of my sword. Yeah, she's totally enjoying. She's totally enjoying.
There should be totally enjoying this. Fuck you.
I like how we want to automatically like correct how it should be, and then we're like, wait, what did it say?
Well, we're trusting the game and hoping that it knows basic English, but then we get fucked because we're too trusting.
Well, I know that there might be some odd translation errors, like a sentence not making quite as much sense grammatically, but when a word is spelled incorrectly, that's kind of funny.
Caused, it should have been caused, C-A-U-S-E-D. No, fuck you, game.
Alright, Zach.
Totally enjoying. Come on, Takahiro-kun, let's get going. She's not going to be reasoned with like this.
She's a freaking drill sergeant! As I started to run alongside Narumi, I decided to finally take the exercise seriously. All things considered, I was surprised at the pace Narumi was running at. Even though I felt like I felt like I could brag a bit about my own physical strength, her stamina was clearly superior to mine. After several hours of running, I found myself on my back. My breathing was ragged and heavy, while Narumi was just still standing upright, although visibly exhausted, judging from her panting.
Oh yeah, pant, baby.
Mio had also been keeping up with us, and while she was panting too, she still looked fit to fight and ready to go. Do you do this every day?
Not every day, no. Otherwise we would not get no patrolling done. Don't worry about it. But I cannot fault you for your spirit. You both did well.
That's something that people would say lazily, though. The double negative.
Well, maybe. That was harder than anything we've done before.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mio-san ends up being the final boss someday. Your strength and stamina are clearly beyond human capabilities.
Holy shit, maybe she's a spirit. I told you. Clearly, maybe she's some kind of spirit. Here to be meaningless on a superhuman level. Narumi, how would you like to run 10 more laps around the village? No, I'm sorry, Great Maya. Please forgive me. I was just joking. Kidding.
You think we'll be allowed a break if we pray to the almighty guardian spirit of the village? I eyed Mayo as I attempted to hold back my smile, clapping my hands together in a prayer. Narumi giggled and followed my example. Almighty Mayo-san! You who watch over this village, please bless us with a short break, and maybe a lot of money and a beautiful wife and... Okay, a break is fine.
You two idiots want a break that badly? Fine, I have an idea. Elder Sama needs his baths cleaned. That ought to loosen you up for the next part of training.
You hear that, Narumi-chan? We get to play at the hot springs!
Yay!
Yeah.
Clapping my hands one final time, I took Narumi and Mio's hands by surprise and dragged the two girls toward the village elder's house.
What are you doing? Let go of me right this instant.
Mio-san, it won't do you any good to be serious like that all the time. Let's have some fun. No's no. No means no, kids. No means no. No means no.
Fun does not compute.
The three of us quickly reached the hot springs and were soon preparing to begin our work. However, it didn't take long for the somewhat serious cleaning work to turn into a series of silly games as I started chasing Narumi around with a soap-soaked sponge, shouting in a nefarious tone, "I'm the soap monster! Prepare to be washed, foolish warrior!"
Prepare to be washed! I'm Bane, the soap monster.
I'm Bane, the soap monster, prepare to be washed.
The bubbles rise.
The bubbles... You think you know the bubbles. I was born by them, molded by them.
I know! The evil soap spirit has appeared. Do not fear, citizens of Hot Spring Village. Yeah.
We are the warriors you deserve.
The girl grabbed her mop and thrust it forwards, brandishing it like Mio would have her katana.
I am the village protector, Tsunderino Mayo. I will vanquish all of I will vanquish all who oppose me. Will you two stop messing around? We have work to do.
It's the dreadful Mayo, nemesis of all spirits. Today is the day you fall.
Yeah, never. I will defend this place until my last breath. Ha!
Brandishing her mop in a candid fashion, she clearly didn't mean to do any real harm. Using my sponges, I batted it away with ease. Then today shall be your last.
I told you to knock it off.
I laughed menacingly when a playful push from Narumi caught me off guard. I staggered backwards, my foot slipping on the bar of soap.
It's just like crack and then like credits roll.
With a sudden yelp of surprise, I felt myself topple over backwards, bumping into Mio. As I lost my balance completely, I let go of the sponge, sending it flying towards Narumi.
The animation was the funniest thing I've seen. She's just like
It just disappeared off screen and it shook.
Just gone! Just gone!
Flying towards Narumi, who caught it on the face. I moved forwards to apologize to the women when, from behind me, I heard a yelp and a loud splash.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to look. Do I?